Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. According to the board, who will win in the battle between Hulk and Solomon Grundy, the confrontation between two immortal rages? Was Hulk or Bruce Banner became the giant green creature after an accident exposed to gamma radiation? The angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. His physical strength is almost limitless. He can jump across mountains, punch meteors, and withstand attacks from cosmic entities. In addition to strength, Hulk also has extremely fast recovery and incredible physical durability, enough to fight hand-to-hand with the strongest people in the Marvel Universe. Solomon Grundy is an undead creature, a resurrected dead man with mysterious origins from the Slaughter Swamp. Every time Grundy is reborn, he can become stronger or weaker than the last time, making his strength quite erratic. However, at his most powerful, Grundy is strong enough to fight on par with Superman. He is virtually unkillable, immune to most physical and magical damage. Before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. The Hulk is the embodiment of pure power, a being of limitless rage. His strength is not simply great, it reaches cosmic and even super cosmic levels. During an epic battle with the Dark Crawler, the Hulk clapped his hands so hard that the shockwave created was enough to destroy the entire universe they were fighting in. That clap ended a reality. Not stopping there, the Hulk threw a punch so powerful that it shook the multiverse, causing a shockwave that spread to countless other dimensions. He has punched through the barrier of time, something few beings have been able to do. And the Hulk has defeated Nightmare, a powerful entity from the Nightmare realm, and broken through the dark dimension, the evil realm ruled by Dormammu. He has hurled the giant creature Fin Fang Foom all the way to the moon and destroyed an asteroid twice the size of Earth with his physical strength alone. With his stamina and strength, the Hulk has supported the entire weight of a collapsing star. He also pulled apart the shattered geological plates of the planet Sakaar, a planet many times larger than Earth, and welded them together. In another instance, the Hulk embraced and lifted a mountain range weighing up to 150 billion tons, demonstrating unimaginable physical strength. Most notably, the Hulk destroyed the nearly impenetrable armor of Onslaught, an entity with the combined powers of Charles Xavier and Magneto. While the entire Avengers, Fantastic Four, and X-Men combined could not create a single crack in that armor, the Hulk did it with his bare hands. The Hulk moved in a dimension of infinite density, something that even many cosmic entities could not survive for long. In his world-breaker Hulk form, he nearly caused the collapse of the entire East Coast with a single step. The energy he generates is enough to shake the very layers of reality, threatening the stability of the entire planet. In an hour-long clash, the Hulk fought on par with Thor, one of Asgard's mightiest warriors. The Hulk's incredible endurance and his close combat skills are comparable to those of a god. Not only that, the Hulk once single-handedly stopped the footsteps of Exitar, a giant celestial who could crush the Earth. He lifted the entire Avengers headquarters with just one hand, while his other arm was severely damaged after being affected by the snap of the Infinity Gauntlet. This shows that even in a severely damaged state, the Hulk still possesses strength far beyond the physical standards of ordinary superheroes. Professor Hulk combines the intelligence of Bruce Banner with the physical strength of the Hulk. He is not only intelligent, but also extremely dangerous. In one situation, Professor Hulk is said to be able to destroy the merged Hulk version with just a snap of his fingers, demonstrating his confidence and overwhelming strength. He was even able to confront Thor when he was in the Warrior's Madness state, where Thor's strength increased tenfold. Although Thor had just regained all his abilities after being turned into a mortal and had not yet fully adapted, Hulk was still able to directly confront formidable enemies such as the Abomination. In many confrontations, he demonstrated the ability to wrestle on par with the Abomination, a creature with strength and durability comparable to the Hulk in his original state. In addition, he was also able to withstand fierce attacks from the Hulkbuster armor, a technology specially designed by Tony Stark to restrain the Hulk. Hulk has fought the classic Juggernaut, one of the most powerful characters, and even faced off against Ghost Rider, a supernatural being with the power to burn souls. In such battles, Hulk has shown not only his physical strength, but also his durability and endurance. Even doors designed to withstand the force of a nuclear blast could not stop him, showing that the Hulk's invulnerability and durability have reached superhuman levels. The Hulk was noted in the Incredible Hulk series 398. In it, he walked through Vector's molecular attack, a blast blast capable of disintegrating matter and completely regenerating from a skeleton in a matter of seconds. It was confirmed that the Hulk is capable of overcoming even forms of destruction at the atomic level. The Hulk's uniqueness lies in the fact that his strength is not fixed. It changes depending on the combat situation and emotional state. As his rage increases, the Hulk's strength also increases in a nearly limitless way. Different versions such as Starship Hulk, Savage Hulk, Devil Hulk, Joe Fixit, Mastro, and Professor Hulk may differ in characteristics, but they are essentially the same personification of the Hulk. Hulk himself has clearly stated, "Hulk is Hulk," emphasizing that no matter what form or mind he takes, he is still the same core entity with immeasurable potential power. In the official Marvel Zombies storyline, Hulk has shown a level of brutality and fear that can destroy Thanos, one of the most powerful villains in the universe. Even in a mutant context, this feat still shows the absolute potential of the power that Hulk can reach when no longer limited. Hulk is not only famous for his destructive power, but also for fighting dangerous enemies. His most prominent opponent is Abomination, a creature created with the purpose of simulating Hulk's strength but is not limited by his emotional state. Abomination possesses physical strength equal to, and sometimes even surpasses, thanks to his psychological stability. However, it is the ability to turn rage into an endless source of energy that has helped Hulk turn the tables and win many times. Hulk also has to face the Leader, a genius villain with an outstanding IQ. In complete contrast to the Hulk, who acts on instinct and emotion, the Leader represents intelligence, calculation, and the ambition of absolute control. With his characteristically bulging head containing a huge amount of knowledge, he constantly finds ways to manipulate the Hulk, exploiting the weaknesses in Bruce Banner's psychology to serve his plot to control the world. Another enemy that cannot be ignored is General Thunderbolt Ross, who later became Red Hulk. The relationship between Ross and Hulk is not simply a conflict between heroes and villains, but also deeply personal and tragic. Thunderbolt Ross was once the father of Betty Ross, the woman Bruce Banner deeply loved. However, he always considered the Hulk an unacceptable threat and relentlessly pursued the goal of destroying him. When transformed into Red Hulk, Ross not only gained equivalent strength, but also retained the strategic intelligence of a veteran general. The conflicts between Hulk and these enemies are not only action-packed battles, but also a reflection of different aspects of Hulk: strength, emotions, vulnerability, and the desire for acceptance. This is what makes Hulk in the hearts of fans. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best. Thank you very much. Solomon Grundy is essentially the zombie version of the Hulk. He was originally a normal man named Cyrus Gold, who lived in the late 19th century. However, Gold's life ended tragically when he was murdered and his body dumped in Slaughter Swamp, a mysterious area near Gotham City, famous for its unexplained supernatural phenomena. Gold's body was mysteriously reanimated by the dark energy of this swamp, and from there a new creature was born, Solomon Grundy. With an immortal body, superhuman strength, and a disturbed mind, Grundy wanders as an aimless entity, both a victim of fate and a threat to anyone who dares to stand in his way. A group of robbers accidentally discovered and encountered Grundy after he woke up. When asked about his identity, he only vaguely replied that he was Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, repeating the ancient verses that would later be associated with his name. The phrase, both harmless and haunting, became a symbol of the return of a restless spirit, carrying with it the pent-up anger of time and oblivion. Solomon Grundy is one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe. He initially served as a formidable opponent to Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern. In his later incarnations, Grundy has repeatedly faced off against more powerful figures, including Superman. However, there was a time when he was defeated by Batman, a detail that has caused controversy among fans. Many people think that Batman is often overbuffed, when he can confront cosmic entities with only his intellect and utility belt. Solomon Grundy's case can also be affected by the unreasonableness in some versions. Grundy's power mainly originates from the magical element, an energy source that is very difficult to control and is not bound by the rules. In the animated series Justice League, Grundy once caused a strong emotion when he accepted to sacrifice himself to support the superheroes to destroy Cthulhu, an iconic iconic evil entity, showing his nobility and unexpected humanity. However, Grundy never really rested. On another occasion, 3 thoughtless people performed a black magic summoning ritual, accidentally awakening Grundy from the dead and dragging him back into the world, opening another chain of dark events. What makes Grundy special is his ability to repeatedly revive after death, each time returning with a different level of power, sometimes even stronger than before. This makes him one of the most dangerous and unpredictable entities. The blend of supernatural, magical, and immortal elements makes Solomon Grundy more than just a regular villain. Solomon Grundy is no longer the simple enemy he once was. After being reborn many times and being enhanced by unstable chaotic magic, with new powers far beyond what he has ever shown, Grundy becomes a global threat, causing waves of destruction that can directly confront and even overwhelm the Justice League. In this state, he is so powerful that even Amazo, an artificial entity that can copy the powers of all Justice League members, cannot defeat him. It is worth mentioning that Amazo once easily defeated the entire Justice League and even the Green Lantern Corps. This shows the absolute level of danger that Solomon Grundy has reached. However, the only person who has ever succeeded in stopping him is Hawkgirl. Grundy's old friend not only calmed Grundy's rage, but also touched the remaining humanity in him. Hawkgirl is not only a powerful warrior with fighting abilities comparable to top heroes like Batman, Superman, or Dr. Fate, she also has the courage and empathy to understand and touch Grundy's soul, something that no other superhero has ever done. Grundy can be likened to a combination of Doomsday, who grows stronger with each defeat, and the Hulk of the Marvel Universe, who grows angrier as he gets angrier. Unlike both, however, Grundy is a being torn between instinct and a hazy mind. He is an immortal zombie, sometimes unable to understand his own motivations, acting as an unconscious rage unleashed upon the world. He is the embodiment of the inexplicable. Of all the superheroes who have faced Grundy, Batman is perhaps the one who understands him best. Not only does Batman see Grundy as a threat, he has made many attempts to approach him, to understand the true nature behind his ferocious appearance and violent behavior. People have witnessed a very different version of Solomon Grundy, calm, intelligent, and even wearing a tuxedo, reminiscent of a once orderly and civilized personality. There are times when Grundy appears to be acting out of a clear purpose, such as protecting someone or finding meaning in his existence. However, most of the time, he is driven by uncontrolled rage, which comes out as a survival reflex rather than a deliberate act. Some similarities can be seen between Solomon Grundy and the Hulk character. However, unlike the Hulk, who always has Bruce Banner, a genius scientist on the other side of Grundy's personality, Grundy completely lacks that opposing element. Without the intellect to balance his anger, without full memories of his old self, Grundy exists only as an incomplete being, half human, half monster. Each time he is reborn, he brings with him a slight change, whether it is in his intelligence, personality, or level of physical strength. The source of that rebirth power comes from ancient magic, to the point that even top magicians like Zatanna or John Constantine cannot fully understand it, and that makes him a dangerous variable in any conflict. Solomon Grundy with strength. He once easily overwhelmed Killer Croc, smashed him into a sewer wall, and brutally ripped his mouth open, showing both brutality and terrifying brute strength. Grundy also defeated Red Tornado, a super powerful android with the ability to control the wind and create tornadoes with great destructive power. Not stopping there, he has effectively fought back many times against attacks from a distorted Bizarro clone that still possesses power nearly equal to Superman, even injuring Power Girl in a fierce battle. Grundy also clashed with Etrigan the Demon, a hellish demon possessing ancient magic and demonic power. Grundy once murdered Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern of Earth, and one of the most powerful magical heroes. He also faced the Marvel family, including Shazam and other members with divine power, overcoming them as if they were just temporary obstacles. His unquenchable anger and supernatural origins make Solomon Grundy one of the most unique and remarkable characters, becoming a symbol of chaos, rage, and unquenchable mystery. A once bustling city is now in ruins, quietly immersed in a gloomy atmosphere due to the spread of gamma energy combined with dark magic. The landscape is distorted, an entity has revived Solomon Grundy. He is stronger than ever, his mind is chaotic and completely immersed in uncontrollable rage. The dark magic has recreated recreated him in a more distorted and dangerous way, making Grundy no longer the old creature, but a living symbol of eternal destruction. Bruce Banner, a scientist and also the second ego of the Hulk, is sent to investigate the anomaly. When he senses the abnormal energy level and the risk of disaster from Grundy, Banner understands that the transformation is inevitable. In a dense fog that seemed to obscure all laws of reality, Hulk and Grundy clashed. There was no warning, there was no negotiation. A resounding punch, like a thunderclap exploding in the heart of the night, shook the ground beneath their feet. Grundy attacked with pure power, resonating with the dark magic that surrounded his body. Each punch was a combination of primal violence and supernatural power, carrying the energy of death and endless regeneration. Hulk, whose strength increased with his rage, initially had the upper hand, forcing Grundy back step by step. However, he soon realized something unusual. Grundy felt no pain, showed no fear, and especially did not tire. Each attack from Hulk seemed to only make him more violent, as if the damage only fueled his madness and the power inside Grundy to explode even more strongly. One is the artificial fury of science, the other the ancient, inexplicable darkness of magic. Both are the embodiment of forces beyond human control, and in a world where order has been abandoned, chaos reigns. Each punch these two giants throw is powerful enough to flatten a large building. In a moment of rage, Grundy grabbed the Hulk by the neck, swinging him like a ragdoll, slamming him into the ground, leaving deep cracks in the shattered concrete. However, what made the Hulk so terrifying was not just his physical strength, but his rage, which grew with each blow. The more Hulk was injured, the angrier he became. The angrier he became, the stronger he became. A green light began to radiate from the Hulk's body, as if he was approaching his ultimate form, World Breaker Hulk. This was the most dangerous form, where every step could create shockwaves, and every punch could tear the surface of the planet apart. Sensing danger, Grundy summoned death gas, a dark magical smoke that corroded life, weakening any living thing that still had breath. But the Hulk, no longer fully human, resisted the poisonous gas with his own super strength and iron will. Grundy refused to stop. He absorbed more dark energy from the magical underground. His body swelled, becoming black as coal, emitting evil auras. His strength increased to an unbelievable level. Hulk began to slow down. His body became heavy. His steps faltered. And then Grundy pressed him to the ground, creating deep craters. On the brink of defeat, Bruce Banner's consciousness flashed in Hulk's mind. At that moment, the image of Betty Ross appeared. Her gentle but confident words, "I believe you can always do the right thing," became the final source of motivation. An unprecedented wave of anger exploded within Hulk. With a resounding scream, "Hulk smash!" he threw a terrible punch that sent Grundy flying through dozens of buildings, creating an explosion that shook the surrounding space, as if the very structure of reality had to buckle under that power. Grundy, despite his immortality, still tried to rebuild his body from the rubble, but this time, Hulk would not let that continue. With a new understanding of magic and Grundy's weaknesses, he rushed forward, completely destroying the magical core hidden deep in the enemy's heart. Without the core, without the magic to revive, Grundy began to disintegrate. His massive body crumbled, turned to dust, and was carried away by the wind, returning to the dead zone where he should have long since rested. Hulk stood alone in the ruins, his body covered in wounds, breathing heavily. No more roars, no more enemies, just a lone warrior in silence, both defeating the demons and facing the darkness within himself. Once again, he not only saved the world, but also saved his own soul from collapse. The victor is the Hulk. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.